Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Back Porch Lounge. We are the Leaf Cutters, and we are not professionals, but we are here to help. And today in the Back Porch Lounge, we have a special guest with us. It's Hyman Lazega. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Awesome. So go ahead and say hi, Hyman.
Hey, greetings, folks. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. And hopefully we get a couple chuckles and have a good time and light up and get to know each other.
That's right, man. That's what this is all about. And today, Hyman is from Grouchy Monkey Cigars. And today we are smoking the Jungle Land Maduro, which I got to say, this is a good looking cigar. I like the band. Smells good. I'm really excited about smoking it.
Yeah, it looks good.
I'm excited to hear what you have to say. So
if you could, tell us a little bit about this cigar.
Okay, so this particular cigar is our, the Jungle Land launch was our cigar launch cigar, and that's what I came to business with. And basically, we came up with this blend, and I was looking for something, like, it's kind of funny, but it's actually true. If I'm going to invest in thousands of cigars, I better love them. So
Right.
I was looking for a blend that was going to be basically good draws. We were kind of talking about backstage. Good draw, putting together great tobaccos, and then basically that it was kind of like the way Padrones smoke, where from the beginning to the end, it really doesn't change flavors drastically. So I didn't want anything overly complex. And this one has that same Jungle Land blend, but it's with the San Andreas Maduro wrapper.
Oh.
And the rest of the tobacco is Nicaraguan. So it's a Nicaraguan Habano binder and then filler from Esteli, Condega, and Jalapa.
Very nice.
All some of my favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say, yeah, all things good. All things positive right off the bat. So normally we ask Robert if he has a question, but he's not here. So today we're going to ask Zach's beard of knowledge.
Okay.
I didn't put two and two together, but I guess that was coming.
I think that, oh shit.
Ask away, my
Oh.
son.
Okay, you guys asking questions or?
No, they're
Yeah, we're
going to ask
gonna-
me a random question, and
Sure.
I'm going to make up an answer for it.
Okay, I like it.
You're going to answer accurately. We don't tell lies on this podcast.
Okay. No lies, no fibs.
Sure.
No fact
sure.
checking either. Everything I say is law.
Law. It's fact. You read it on the internet. It has to be.
It's got to
true.
be real. It's got to be
That's
real.
what Abraham Lincoln said.
Yeah.
So, a couple of episodes back, we talked about pairing music with cigars. What would the beard of
Interesting.
knowledge pair with this cigar? After just a couple of puffs, and after what you know about the brand.
I mean, obviously the sounds of the jungle and the wilderness, which is my favorite tune to listen to while smoking cigars. Coincidentally, I live in kind of a rural area, and there's lots of wildlife and birds and frogs and stuff singing around, and you may hear them as it gets a little darker here. But that's already on the vibe. You know, it's definitely the Jungle Land, Tennessee.
I like it. It fits. Very appropriate.
Fair. That is so fair.
Great opportunity to go welcome to the jungle, but no.
Oh
Sounds
shit!
I know, right? Welcome to the jungle.
And actually, Jungle
Jungle
Land is a Bruce Springsteen song. So I grew
Oh,
up
yeah.
on that
Oh, yeah.
type of music. So,
Yeah.
down in
Yeah.
Jungle Land.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
So, and that's where the idea came from for the name. You know,
I like it.
just having fun with it. It goes with the monkey and the whole theme, so it seemed to fit.
Very
Makes
nice.
sense. All right, let's do first light up on this one. So the Jungle Land Maduro, first light up. It's not heavy at first. It does have a full draw on it, and it's a good draw. There's, this is definitely not plugged whatsoever, but it has a really good draw on it. Right now, it's kind of a light to medium, but I know that I'll probably pick up. But for me, it's a light to
Absolutely.
medium starting off. Um, so far I'm digging it. I mean, it's only a couple puffs in, but we'll see how the night goes.
Well, I'm
about
glad
you,
the
Andy?
draw is good. Go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was drawing. So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to talk with a mouthful of smoke. It's like when the waitress comes and asks you a mouthful of food. Hey, how's the food? I'm with Gibbs. It's got a really good draw. It's got a good retro too. It's real smooth. You know, I'm not burning my sinuses.
Yeah,
And
it
so,
does.
you
Yeah,
know,
just pointing that out.
only having a couple of puffs in and trying to get my palate balance back out a little bit from supper, which was really wasn't more than a hot dog with ketchup and hot dog, mustard. But I think I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
And I blame
Yeah.
Gibbs.
It's Gibbs' fault.
I'm just saying I'm glad to hear about the draw because that's like the biggest fear. You know what I mean? We have to do everything perfect, and just the fear that someone lights it up and they're struggling to smoke it. Thank God the construction's always been good on it.
Well, I'll tell you this: the man that's truthful about this is coming up. That if it's got a bad draw, it takes away his experience, and whew, he's not mean, but he'll tell you, man, if I got to work at it, it ain't worth it. And that's Brim. How about you, buddy?
No, the draw is awesome. Like, I mean, it's not like, sucking air through a straw or something like that, but at the same time, like, it's so light that this is enjoyable. Construction's awesome so far. Like, it held together well when I did a V-cut on it, and I really want some peanut butter now, and I don't know why. Like, I want like a turkey sandwich or like
That's interesting.
Jiffy, but yeah, I feel like that would really pair well with this, and I've never had that experience before, so I'm kind of enjoying it.
That's
Peanut
good to
butter.
hear because we're coming out with Grouchy Monkey peanut butter. No, I'm kidding. Don't give me any ideas, Grim.
It's like a nice light peanut butter sauce that you can dip your cigar in.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Order a cigar.
Who needs
what
whiskey?
Yeah.
Peanut butter for the win.
How about you, Zach?
So far, so good. The draw is really, like, since we've been talking about it, it's kind of ideal. It's like got enough resistance that it's not just air flowing through, which I've experienced on a few cigars. But it's definitely not resistant to like puffing on it. So it's a really good balance. Well done. And as far as flavors go, I can't pick anything out yet, but it's kind of got a richness that it feels like it's going to develop, and I might be able to pick something out on. The strength, mimic what Andy and Gibbs have said. Probably medium on the light side, but maybe I could definitely see with that much cigar, it's going to pick up a little bit, which is totally cool.
And again, I felt like a lot of cigar manufacturers, when they make a Maduro, they're making an overly powerful cigar. And Maduro is supposed to be about the flavor of the wrapper. It's about flavor, not strength necessarily. But I will tell you, it definitely will pick up in strength. It's at least a medium. Again, hard to classify. How do you classify these things? Medium to full, medium.
Right.
But I will say this, that when I, met with Miguel from MGE, who makes our cigars for us, he actually pointed out, because of what you were saying, I smoked a couple of cigars with him, and he was showing me, like this cigar, is good. It's a good blend, but there's a little too much play in it. There was me. And the way he talked to me was like so respectful. And, you could go to anyone and have them make their cigars for you. Like any factory is almost willing to make cigars for you. And they want to sell you. And I felt like Miguel wasn't trying to sell me. He was talking to me on the same level. And that was the beginning, like the relationship, which is,
Very nice.
So, that's the firmness, that it has enough firmness to the point where the jaw is still good, So it doesn't get soft as it gets hotter, down as you smoke it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've experienced that in the past. It's not always like a deal breaker, but it certainly increases the chance that the cigar is just going to kind of come apart, and the draw is going to be affected after it comes
Right.
apart.
The consumer's paying for a premium cigar. right? So the construction should be on par.
You're that wholeheartedly. But speaking of the beginning, oh, go ahead, Zach. Or no, Grim. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I did have the thought as soon as I turned it over to Zach for the first drug or puck review. I was like, man, I'm really glad nobody asked if I'm allergic to peanut.
We don't have to call 911 for you.
Yeah, is he trying to kill himself over this cigar? Holy shit!
Do it. Oh wait,
Well,
hang on.
see, I figured if you're craving peanut butter, you would already know you're allergic or not. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. I'm
Especially
lactose intolerant. I dig a milkshake sometimes. Granted,
Yeah.
it's not going to kill me.
You're not about to say
Hey,
you're not
just
going to
the
go into
people around
anaphylactic
you, right?
shock.
Just the people around me.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I'm allergic to sulfa, and every once in a while when I go to the doctor's office, I'm like, use 80s medication on me, and they're like, okay, you know.
So, speaking of at the beginning, when you were saying with MTG, is it MTG?
What are we talking about? MGE, the factory.
MGE. That's it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm thinking
That's-
a British motor car. For some reason, I don't know.
That's MGB.
Yes, correct.
It is B. You're right. It's B. Dang it. I'm all
We've
around
had
today.
this talk, man.
Anyway,
I know. It's like
we
we
did.
talked
We
about
had
that
this talk the other day. So, what inspired the Grouchy Monkey? What inspired the logo, the name, everything like that?
It's basically I'm a pilot by trade, so I basically travel around, obviously everywhere, and I've been smoking cigars for over 20 years. My dad smoked cigars when I was growing up, so that smell was always with me, and very, very fond memories with the associated with the smell. And I go to lounges everywhere I go. I don't want to sit in a hotel room. I go to cigar lounges. I talk to the people there, but I always started talking with the owners in the lounge because I sparked an interest in maybe wanting to open a lounge one day, maybe down the road or whatever. And I wound up, it wasn't really feasible because of being on the road so much. I wouldn't be able to be there all the time and such. And I wound up developing a blend for myself with the Jungle Land, and I just ran with it. And in regards to the logo, my fiance and I, we actually had to put her down recently, but we had a rescue dog who was just a mix and black, and her butt looked like a monkey. So we used to call her Monkey Butt, and she had a bitchy resting face. So she looked like she was grouchy, and we came off with that, and I'm like, let me play with this and come up with a logo with a monkey who looks grouchy with a cigar in his mouth and a Panama hat. And the artist nailed it on the first shot. It was like, that's my logo. you
Nice.
know?
That's
it's
awesome.
So, yeah.
It does look awesome, and it's something memorable because as soon as I heard the name, I was like, Grouchy Monkey Cigars. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, you're onto something there.
Yeah, and in the beginning there was we're coming into a prestigious Latin American industry, predominantly Latin American industry, and I'm coming in with, the monkey, and I'm like, is this gonna work? And I'm like, this is what it is. This is happening naturally. It's very, organic, and we're gonna do it. And thank God we're developing a good reputation as having great cigars. Because once you get past the, is it a gimmick? Is it just type of thing? And that we have good cigars, the monkey you can't forget, which is great. Works to our favor.
Absolutely. So you mentioned you're a pilot.
Correct.
Where's the next exotic locale taking you off to?
Well, I don't know yet. We don't have anything on the schedule for the next several days, and it gives me a chance to catch up on stuff in the office. But yeah, flying's a blast. I've been also flying over 20 years, and it's funny because when I was younger, I always had that fire desire, a passion to fly, and now I'm an experienced captain with plenty of time and experience. So the passion has shifted. At some point, it shifted to tobacco, And I really am in love, like you are, guys, like we talked about, with the whole thing of cigars and tobacco. And I watched documentaries. I did my certified tobacconist, certification, and, going to probably do more of them, try to elevate my status, my personal status, I guess, or whatever. But I would rather watch documentaries on YouTube about factories and stuff like that rather than watching what the garbage that's on TV. So
You and Gibbs would be good friends.
it's
I'm
interesting
right there with the
stuff.
documentaries, man. It
Yeah,
is
and listen,
fascinating.
all the factories have different. Listen, you could give 3 different factories the same exact leaves, and you're going to get 3 completely different cigars because of the way that they ferment and cure and process and everything. and to me, that's incredibly interesting. There's art, there's science, there's every bit of it, So it's truly an amazing industry. So
Yeah,
I'm in
and-
love.
and I-
I'm in love with this industry now. This is where my passion is.
Yeah, that's why I enjoy talking to the tobacconists, and I like talking to the rollers, and I like talking to the actual people who are blending them, because you learn so much from that. Just like you were saying, in one of the manufacturers that we've talked to in the past, and I know I've said this several times, nobody's using a magic leaf out there.
Right.
There's not a leaf out there that somebody else can't get. So it's all in the way that you master your craft and the way you do it that makes it something special.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's always stuck with me now. It's like that's constantly in my head of, this has Nicaraguan in it, but it tastes different than a lot of other stuff that I've had that's
Right.
Nicaraguan.
Right.
So it's
And
great.
could be some of the same leaves. You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
like you were saying. And that's what makes it so incredibly interesting. And watch a documentary on how a cigar is produced. It's fascinating. It goes through over
Yeah.
100 hands, takes more than a year before it ever, leaves the factory for market. It's just, fascinating.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm
I
a
love-
cigar nerd. So
Join the club.
Yeah, about to say you're
You're in
in
the
a
right
you're in a
spot.
good group. You're in the right spot. That's right. All right. So since you are a pilot, do you allow smoking on your plane? I'm just wondering because you're a cigar maker.
yeah, no,
You have
it's
that power.
I don't, but when you fly private owners, there are private owners that if they want to smoke, it's their plane. You know what I mean? So
Nice,
if they're
okay,
if
that makes
they're,
sense.
in your general charters and obviously airlines, stuff like that, you can't smoke. But when an owner is wealthy enough to own his own plane, they can do basically what they want as long as it, keep it safe. So
Yeah.
As a previous airline employee, catch me later. We'll talk about stories about people smoking on planes that they shouldn't have.
I'm just saying, back in the 60s and 70s, the planes weren't taken down by the cigarettes and stuff. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I would be
And if
smoking
any-
up in the cockpit. I'd be smoking a cigar if we were in
Yeah.
the 60s
Right.
right now.
Oh yeah,
And if Danny DeVito can go on a commercial plane and ask everybody if he can smoke, God bless it. Just
Anything's possible.
anything's possible.
I'd get to the first person and be
Go
like,
ahead.
"Hey, man, have a cigar on this plane," and they'd be like,
Okay.
you're not offering the money. I'm sure Danny DeVito would have offered if somebody said no.
Right.
Well, there
That's
was one
very
guy
true.
that did say
"So
no.
why didn't they say no?"
But he did say no. But he said, only if you give me one of the cigars, then I'll say yes. So he smoked with him.
Yeah.
So that was an awesome story. Told way better by Danny DeVito, I promise.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Very much.
Yeah, he delivered it much better. All right, so we noticed this whenever we got the pack, that there was an opportunity missed for you.
Okay. I'm listening.
You have a habanero.
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 Habanero. Habanero. Yes.
Habanero. I can't even say it now because I'm too freaking laughing. All right.
Isn't a habanero like in Mexican food or something? I don't
It
know.
is. It's
It's a pepper. Yeah.
Okay, right.
pepper. It's a habanero.
Okay.
But you could have a banano,
A banano. I like it.
or a habanero.
Habanana.
A banana flavored
You know what?
cigar.
It's a
That works too.
terrible, terrible.
It's a terrible
thing.
idea now that we think about it.
Yeah, now that we think about it.
No, listen, the
Backfired completely.
flavored cigar market is very big, you know, and
It
actually
is.
our next release is very interesting. It's Coco Mono, and it's our first cigar. It's made actually with real cocoa in it,
Oh,
and
interesting.
it's fabulous. It's a premium cigar. It's not a chuffed up, you know, Cuban sandwich kind of deal. And you know, we're gonna enter. We're trying to offer different things to different people. Different people want, you know, has different desires and wants. So
Yeah,
we're
for
gonna
sure.
basically release that in the next couple months.
That's awesome.
So
Well, there have been successful banana flavored cigars. I'm just saying.
I've seen one and smoked one. So someone gave me it. It actually was not bad. So
That was my opinion. I would almost bet money that we're talking about the same cigar.
yeah,
But-
it has a banana on the band. So
This
I
one
was
had
in
not.
on it.
We're not talking about the
We're
same.
gonna-
Yeah, we're not talking about the same
Yeah.
cigar, I think.
So there's two.
There are a few, I think.
There's a few out there.
A couple of them
But-
out there.
But I found it like it's not something I would want daily, but it was kind of refreshing after smoking a lot of, you know, kind of similar cigars. It was like very different, but not unpleasant.
I was thinking it was going to be bad, so it was all
Yeah, I
uphill
was too.
from there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we
not
were the same
not
opinion.
terrible.
Were we the same opinion?
I kind of wonder what
I mean,
other
I
flavors
was-
of cigars that need to be made.
I
Say
mean,
again.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. All right, so I do have to point out some of your cigar names because they're pretty freaking awesome. Of course, you have the Jungle Land series, which is your Maduro, your Habano, your Connecticut, all those. But you also have the Funky Monkey,
Right, which is the
Yeah, just
Gordos, 6 by
Yep.
60.
which I think is a fantastic name for a cigar. You have the Distinguished Ape, which is the Candela we talked about before the show.
Mm.
Then you have I think is new, the Shipwreck Monkey.
And it's just like flying off the shelves, honestly, right now. People are loving it. They're raving about it because we actually, Miguel made an amazing barber pole cigar. It's got Condega Jalapa Esteli filler with binder is Criollo Desflorado, and that's where they cut the top of the flower off to produce more energy into the plant. And the wrapper is Oscuro and Habano. So it's just an incredible blend. I mean, it's really he knocked it out of the park on that one for us. So
Why did we pick the Maduro?
I mean, it's
That's
good.
that's
I'm
the
not
one I
mad
really
about
want.
yeah,
Actually, you're the reason we picked the Maduro because you
Damn it,
wanted to
Mitchell.
hold on to that one. Yeah,
it.
you're like, I
You
want to
wanna-
save that one because that one looks awesome. And I was like,
yeah.
but I want to smoke it.
And the burn is incredible. We were looking at the ash, and you could see the different colors from the different wrapper. You know what I mean? The different
Really?
shades in the ash. It's fabulous. Really
That's
fabulous. Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever seen a barber pole do that.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
I'm not sure.
it's so well
Yeah,
constructed.
now that I think about it.
constructed. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
think
pay
a few
attention to
barber
that
poles
when
do
I smoke it, though. That's
Oh yeah, me too.
that's interesting.
I'd be anxious to hear from you guys when you do. Reach out to me and let you know what you think. I want to know.
For sure.
Will do. So I'm not going to get into Andy's questions because
You can. 'cause
I've
my
asked
phone's
enough. Okay, I'll get into your questions.
Dead. My phone's dead, so I'm
look
not pulling them up
Look
to
at
look at
me. I am the Andy now.
So how did you make? Well, we kind of came up with this. You said it was your passion. He was kind of wondered how you went from jumping from being a pilot to being a cigar maker. But I guess that's just your passion, right? Now that you've
Oh yeah.
gotten into
But yeah, I'm a cigar nerd through and through, and just looking forward to actually eventually retiring from flying and just being full time in the cigar manufacturing business,
Nice.
and be able to just shoot down to Nicaragua, make cigars. The beauty of this business is. When we go back to the art and science of it all, Miguel handles science part, but I get to do all the art stuff. Like the Shipwreck Monkey was my fiance's baby. I let her choose the artwork, colors, everything like that. And that's the beauty of it, is we can do basically anything we want. And if we're not going to have fun with it, what's the point? And that's why, and I'm
like
still
that,
in, I'm still in the monkey theme. You know what I mean? And I try to keep the cigars in with the monkey theme and the jungle theme and such. So, but it's about having fun in the process. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If you're having fun with it, you're going to, put more passion into it, really. So I like that.
absolutely.
Plus, there's lots of different kinds of monkeys that you could name things after, and
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. lot of options there.
I have so much that my brain goes 24/7, and I've got the next few cigars, like artwork and everything, already planned out. I want to we want to do a Churchill, and that one's going to go more traditional. It's going to be the Churchill Legacy by Grouchy Monkey Cigars, and I have the monkey as a Churchill character with the hat and the cigar and the cane.
Nice.
And
nice.
it's going to be, the artwork's going to be phenomenal on it. The box design is going to have like the Lancaster bombers in the background in the air and stuff. And yeah, I'm going to
Nice.
run with that. But, ideas, brought forth require money,
Yeah,
so
for
we can
sure.
only do so much at a time because we want to do it right. You don't want to bring something to the market just to bring it to the market for money. It's not about making money. That's not the end goal. That's all good. But doing it right, taking your time, scaling appropriately is more important.
Makes sense.
You need to come up with a little perfecto and call it a capuchin.
Capuchin, okay. Actually, I love perfectos. I really want to do a perfecto. Maybe
Yeah,
like
that'd be perfect.
a box press perfecto. Like
Oh, yeah.
Howard Black
Good.
Moses by Howard G. That's
Mm-hmm.
one of the best perfectos I've ever smoked. It's so good. And I like it in a box press. It kind of makes it nice and elegant looking,
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
the
there's
box
something
press on
about
this.
a box press that kind of, it seems like it doesn't, it can change the way the cigar tastes significantly because of the filler changes, so you can box press it, but there's something kind of like elegant and like finished about it.
Right.
I appreciate that on the cigar.
All you guys like box press, or
Oh, yeah.
is there anyone who's just
Yeah.
okay.
We,
Yeah.
we actually had a show talking about how box press just hit different. They
Yeah.
just hit different whenever, you can have the same cigar over and over again, but then you get it in a box press, it's a completely different experience.
And you are 100% correct, because I have the Jungle Land Habanos in Panejo, which is round.
Mhm.
And I have it in the box press. And I didn't release the round one. I went to market with it in box press, economical reasons, but it smokes better in a box press on that particular cigar, hands down.
Oh yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I can see that because, like I said, I like box presses. So, what's your experience been like? I know evidently you've gotten with a really good manufacturer. How's your experience rolling out to the public? Getting your cigar out there. How's that been for you?
So this business is like, it's really a roll of the dice going into the business. And I know a lot of people want to do it, but to do it right, it really takes a real passion commitment. You really got to be committed to it, because it's going to be a major investment. And rolling into the public, and then what do I know about running the cigar business? Not much, you know what I mean, at that point. And I'm a strong believer in mentorship, and I have a mentor named John, and he's a retired Navy and airline pilot, and he's gave me the motivation and said, listen, you're going to learn as you go. You think billionaires knew the checklist for becoming a billionaire? They did it. They basically know that they're going to learn as they go, make mistakes, make corrections, and move on. And then I add to the biggest challenge, I think, for me is my platform for advertising basically is social media. So you're limited on what you could do in social media.
Yeah.
And not only that,
yeah.
I'm 60 years old. I'm not a guy who necessarily wants to be on my phone, playing around all the time. But then I had to learn how to use social media because that's where my advertising is. And the beauty of the cigar community is that people love to post stuff when they get a cigar. So, it's a win-win, but it is challenging. And then the biggest thing of all is challenging is I am a guy who, like, if you want to talk to me, you could just call me. You know what I mean? Text me, call me. Now I have Shopify, WhatsApp, texting, Instagram, Facebook, Messenger. I have 9 different ways of people messaging me. And I don't like to not respond to somebody. It's not, I'm a little old school in manners and the way I was raised that, so I don't mind. I like when people just pick up the phone and call me and, hey, I got a question about this. Absolutely. I can answer it. I don't want to miss messages. So I'm working on finding one platform that brings all my messaging together. So I definitely don't want to be missing messages,
Let us know when you find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Well, I downloaded this app called Beeper, and it's supposed to do it, but I haven't, got it up and running yet. So too many things to do in a day, not enough time.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Now,
No,
you
I
mentioned that you're kind of old school, but this is kind of an old school like industry, in my opinion. I hear about manufacturers, ordering thousands of cigars on a handshake, and like, people's words have value, and I think it's kind of cool that that's still a thing, where contracts are king in other industries, and lawyers are making decisions, kind of thing. It's cool that your word and your handshake can actually still have value to other people.
It's absolutely everything. And it is in the aviation industry, is my reputation, as a pilot, that's everything. It's everything. It's not, if I tell you it's going to be done, it needs to be done. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So that's why, like, you guys are like, send me a cigar or two. I want you to, each of you to smoke more than a cigar. I want you to try our blends,
Well, I'm excited to try the rest of them.
Needs to be done right. If you're going to do it right the first time.
Yeah, I got something to say about that, but we're at the halfway point, so let's do a check-in on this cigar. So for me, the strength actually hasn't built up any. It may have gotten a little bit more toward medium, but it's still in the medium light area for me. But it's been consistent. It's had the same flavor. It's burning. I've had to touch it up a couple of times, but that's not a big deal. That's just me being, I want it perfectly even all the way around.
I do too.
It hasn't been canoeing or anything like that. It hasn't been crazy.
Yeah.
But I am digging it. I'm enjoying it. I'm relaxing. That's the 2 main keys I'm looking for in a cigar. So I'm liking it. How about you, Andy?
How's it? Yeah.
Oh, go ahead,
Oh,
Hyman.
go ahead, Hyman.
I was just going to say, how's the retrohale for you?
It's exactly what Andy said. After he said it the first time, it is very easy to retrohale. I was extremely surprised on that. It's a very easy retrohale.
Sorry, the geese are distracting me.
Yeah.
Somebody's feeding I have a pond on the back of my property line, and somebody's feeding the geese on the other side, and they're just honking like crazy. So far, I mean, sorry, Gibbs, I don't quite agree. It's ramped up a bit. I mean, not a ton. It's ramped up though from light up, and I can tell a difference from where we started with the cigar. It's more, to me, it's more of a medium. It's kind of really landed into that medium spot for me. The draw is still, I mean, just amazing. The retro, a little pepper on the retro, maybe. I'll let Zach talk to that because that's his thing. Could be pepper, could be bourbon.
Maybe, and why not?
Both, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's hitting all the strides at the moment, and I'm loving it. I'm actually trying to slow down smoking it because I want it to take a little longer than where I'm,
Same.
at.
I'm having to slow down. How about
I
you, Grim?
smoke too fast.
If you're enjoying it.
Mine is is a solid medium at this point as far as it goes for the blend and all. Construction's really good. Flavor's pretty good. I like the flavor. So not a problem with the draw. The retrohale is I had to check. I had to do it a couple times to check I was doing it because I didn't really feel like it was but I can.
It doesn't burn.
That's pleasant though. I get the flavor. Not the tingles. Yeah. So all positive experience so far.
Nice.
Yeah, there's very few cigars that don't burn just a little bit. This one does not burn.
Mm-mm.
Whenever you
it's enjoyable.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How about you, Zach? So
far, super enjoyable. I wrote down a couple things that I kind of was experiencing as I'm getting into the cigar. It has. I'm gonna say it's at a medium now for me, as far as strength goes, which is it's a good place to be. Not every cigar needs to put you on your butt, and this one is approachable. I wouldn't have a problem giving this cigar to somebody who I know didn't smoke cigars often, knowing that they're not gonna just end up vomiting in a corner or something. So that's a serious plus. As far as like tasting notes, I'm getting a little bit of what I describe as coffee sweetness. It's a good cup of black coffee with good quality beans can have sweetness to it that is like adjacent to almost like creme brulee caramelized sugar. It's like a little sweet, but it's also got some of that caramelized flavor in it, which is kind of nice. The retro is super smooth. I'm getting a little bit of what I wrote down as white pepper in the retrohale. I don't get it much on the palate, but just kind of a pleasant pepperiness to it. And I think that's all I got so far. But I'm gonna keep paying attention to it. But so far, so good.
Yeah, and it was designed to be a medium cigar. It really was. The whole blend, the idea was, because going back to if I'm going to smoke them all, I like medium to full, on the cigar. So, and I wanted to make sure that you're tasting the San Andreas wrapper and not just tasting overwhelming strength in the cigar. Yeah.
That makes sense. I think you nailed that. That's good.
Cool.
I second that opinion.
Yeah.
So interesting enough, and what I'm smoking with the Funky Monkey, I'm smoking a pre-tweaking of the cigar, like we talked about backstage. And it was always a very good cigar, but it's amazing how much better the newer one is with just that slight tweaking with the arrow and then offering it in Connecticut and Maduro. This is a Habano, but for me, it's so interesting to see how much such a little modification could make in a cigar. And again, with mine, I have to touch up a little because I smoke very fast. And this is a Gordo, so it's a 6x60. Yeah. And it's hard to get them to the perfect burn like a Toro, But definitely amazing. I'm sitting here thinking how much different it is to me. And again, people might not notice that much, but I did. How much better the newer one is, and this is good. It was always, as a matter of fact, it's one of our better sellers. People tend to like the Gordos 6x60, not my jam necessarily.
Yeah,
right there with you.
But yeah. So
I'm a guy that can turn a Robusto into an hour and a half smoke. So
really,
yeah. Ask anybody on this podcast. I'm usually the slow smoker.
Usually we're all done and maybe thinking about lighting a second cigar before he finishes first.
That's one of my downfalls is smoking too fast. I do. You're supposed to spend, time. And you guys I respect that, Zach, when you could break down flavors in a cigar. I just don't have the palate for that. I know I know what I love about it, what I don't. I could tell you some very basics in what I'm experiencing, but I can't break down, I'm getting molasses and I'm getting this. I don't even, what the hell does molasses even taste like? Maybe I need to do a course or something. Expand my palate.
I got into kind of thinking about the flavors initially from wine. I went to a few wine tastings on a business trip that had a fun weekend in the wine country in California, and you sit there and you think about it, and you just try to describe the experience. No one else is going to experience the exact same thing you are, so it's ultimately fruitless to say that, but it's just kind of to like break it down in your head, what's going on and maybe how it changes and how other things change it, because sometimes if you eat or drink something, it will change the flavor of it. And I carried that over into whiskey, starting to think about the different flavors that I get out of that. And then when I met these guys, I was kind of in that part of my cigar journey of just kind of thinking about the cigar as I'm smoking it. Because if I'm sitting by myself, I'm reflecting and trying to experience the cigar the best I can. And that's just part of it for me. And not everybody gets it, and it just tastes like tobacco, and I like the way that tastes too.
Right.
So
I love the delicious flavors of aged tobacco.
Aged tobacco.
Oh, aged tobacco's like, the longer it ages, the better. If it's kept properly, obviously. But
Absolutely.
I rely on my ambassadors from the company to do the pairings for me, because I personally don't drink. I'm allergic to alcohol.
Oh,
I break out in handcuffs when I drink. So
that's worse than the condition where you get hives.
Yes, exactly.
Much more expensive.
So I do coffee pairings with coffee, with soda sometimes. It's as sugars from the soda can blend very well. But I rely on other people to tell me what are good pairings and such. So,
I'd say most if not all of the leaf cutters enjoy a good soda pairing with a cigar. It's just kind of interesting how they can complement each other and occasionally go, whoa, that's a bad idea, I'm gonna switch to water.
Yeah, no, I can tell you it's definitely good with coffee. That's what I'm drinking right now.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I love it. My best cigar of the day is that get up in the morning and have a cup of coffee with a cigar every morning, do my little prayers and readings and start the day off right. Nothing like that first smoke when your palate is nice and clean.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Hyman, you said you've been smoking for 20 years. And so this begs the question, what was your first cigar?
To be honest with you, it probably was a stupid little, what do you call them? Black and Mild or something.
Oh, yeah.
That was there's where a really fancy Black and Mild, but honestly, that was where, the first tobacco introduction. I never smoked cigarettes, so but the Black and Mild started, and then I'm like, well, there's better options out there. And it's funny, I actually couldn't even remember like what would be my first premium cigar. That would be interesting if I could remember that. But I know it was something very relaxing about having coffee and the smoke and the tobacco in the morning. Like I said, with the fresh palate is just magical for me.
Oh yeah. I don't often get a yeah. I don't often get a morning cigar coffee, but when I do, it's always like just perfect.
Yeah.
And so many cigars go well with a cup of black coffee. Or however you like to drink it. I like it black.
Yeah. Because it brings out both the flavor of the cigar and the coffee.
Yeah.
So it's a mutually beneficial experience. It's fantastic. So I'm right there with you. Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh.
So we were talking about your Candela. I'm a big fan of Candelas. And so I need to get my hands on it. Plus, the name I thought was just fantastic. The distinguished.
The band on it and the box and everything is really elegant. We went premium in the display and everything. And the cigar is fabulous. It's not a gimmick cigar by any means.
Yeah. So you're saying that one actually doesn't have the grassiness to it. It's just a smooth smoke. So that definitely intrigues
sounds
me.
nice.
You talked me up on that one. I'm gonna have to find that one now.
And that'd be interesting to hear when you smoke it, because I have several people tell me that it's the best Candela they've ever smoked. So it's just magnificent. Like I said, it's got tobacco from, a Condega, Jalapa, and Ometepe. And, it can be a delicate wrapper, too. It's a very thin, elastic wrapper, like Connecticut, but it's just a little on the delicate side. So,
yeah, I've had a lot of Candelas that crack, and that's I don't detract it for that. It's a hard thing to do, and shipping to somebody, is dangerous because everybody handles packages a little differently.
Yeah,
especially
there's no
Postal
magic.
Service.
Yeah, there's no magic label you can put on that's going to make the Postal Service go, oh, that's Candela cigars. I'm definitely going to give that a little bit more respect.
Right, it gets thrown with everything else. So
maybe we need to put the lithium ion battery sticker on there. Maybe that would help.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Well, they chuck that just as hard as they chuck the Fragile stickers. I'm just saying.
I'm actually lucky. I mean, we don't sell a ton of them, but I've never had anyone tell me it broke apart yet or anything like that. So we're fortunate, but it is very delicate. I've had some of my own that I received from the factory when they were delivered, and I just smoke them, and they're cracking, and I'm still smoking it. But it's not that common, but it does happen.
I mean, and who cares if it looks like a Groucho Marx stick?
Yeah.
So if you're developing when you were developing the your initial run of cigars, were you traveling? Were you traveling down to Nicaragua and hanging out at the factory?
I didn't initially. I didn't have to because the factory owner lives here.
Okay.
So I have access, and he owns the factory down in Esteli. It's a small factory. And I'm very fortunate that way. I am going to go down probably in May and develop a few more blends while we're there, and just spend a few days and learn. Always learn. You can, the opportunity to learn. And so Miguel and his factory make cigars for El Mago, which is a pretty big company. Nick's a great guy. And a couple other boutique brands as well. He's definitely awesome and knows what he's doing. But you get basically some samples, and then you can tweak from there. So I'm not a master blender like we talked about. I kind of know what I'm looking for. I'm in flavor, looking for in the construction of the cigar, and you can start at a starting point and tweak it from there.
Yeah, for sure. I heard another cigar manufacturer say that his gift was not blending cigars with saying which cigar between two was better, and that's pretty valuable. I mean, if you can like branch the cigar blend by saying this side better, nope, it's better this one, then you can make a cigar that's distinct and unique.
What he told you was very honest, so you probably go through more than two, but it was definitely honest. Very, very honest on his part, and that's what you're doing. And again, I met with I'm in Miami. So Miami's got tons of little small factories here, and everyone wants to make your cigar, and they'll, trash talk other companies and stuff. And I found I found out that a lot of them to me were trying to recreate a Cuban cigar, and that's not what we were looking for. I didn't want that strength profile, and I wanted to stay with Nicaraguan flavor. Yeah, so you can find anyone to make your cigar, but you can't necessarily find people that easy to make exactly what you're looking for,
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when you were actually going in and doing your blending, did you do the whole Fuma experience where he was like, taste this leaf, taste that leaf, okay.
Yes, yeah. And they lay out different leaves in a different Seiko Visa, Viso and stuff like that. You basically go through and you smoke and roll in the binder. You don't smoke the whole thing. You basically take several puffs off of it. You cleanse your palate. And this way you could try the different leaves, try them blended, And then when it's all said and done and you come up with something, you really need to smoke 10 to 20 of them. You know what I mean? To know what the final product is. You can't determine from one cigar necessarily. You can
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
okay, it was good, but in your 7th cigar, it may be changing for you, and you may still want to tweak it at that point.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that. I've only experienced this a few times, but like when you buy a box of cigars, and most of the time a box of cigars is, all tastes the same or so similar I can't tell the difference. But occasionally, you get like one in there that's not the same. And the first box of cigars I ever bought with a buddy, I had there were undercrowns, and the first 5 I had were awesome, and then the 6th one or whatever it was just terrible, and I couldn't even finish it. And I was like almost turned off from undercrown because it was so bad. And then had another one later, and it was fine. But it's a handmade product, so there's variation.
Yeah,
and the
absolutely.
variation, or what's the term for it? The tolerance for the cigar to be in the blend, it can vary a little bit, but if the blend is good enough that if it leans one way or another and is still in that tolerance of good cigar and what you're shooting for, then you got a winner.
Yeah, and it's truly amazing if you think about it that they can recreate that same flavor and consistency and everything over and over and over again. That's just remarkable to me. That's where that's why you're paying the price you are for a cigar. That's why pricing. And I also, on the pricing part, I wanted to make our cigars available to everybody. I wasn't like, I don't want to buy $17, $18 cigars. I feel like it should be in the 10 range. I had some for 8, I had 10. The Shipwreck is under $10, and people are like, wow, that's underpriced. It's not. It's the right price. I want it in people's hands. Do I want to have 13 people smoking the cigar or 1,000? I want to have 1,000 people smoking it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, if
That's
you keep it around that price point, you're going to be doing pretty good right now because everything is just going up.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. And I smoked a Fuente Opus X for the first time like a couple months ago. I'm like, I have to try it. And sure enough, I'm in California, so I really overpaid for it. But I was just wanting to try it. And I was like, it's a good cigar, but I literally could have bought 3 amazing cigars for the price at an Opus X. Why is it $40-something? It just doesn't.
Yeah.
Just
Hyman,
me.
you and I are in the same boat, buddy. No, I feel the same way. I've had Opus X's, and I'm just like, okay, I could have spent money better getting other cigars.
Yeah, why should the guy who is a janitor for a living not be able to smoke our cigars? They should. So be able to buy them and not have to take a hit. Just the way our our basic principles are.
Yeah, I like
Totally
that.
agree.
I like that. That means it can actually be in my humidor because I can
Right.
afford it.
Right, and that's important. That's not
Very important.
that's something I take seriously. It's the right price. I'm not looking to make money tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this for tomorrow or next week. I'm doing this for 5 to 7 to 10 years from now to have a good, established business with a great reputation and amazing cigars. That's
sure.
the goal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that philosophy.
And the way the cigar's going, you're on it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So,
So the reason I brought up the whole Fuma thing is because Grim and I were having a conversation the other day, and we were sitting there saying, because we're a little jealous of Zach because he's able to pull out all these notes and everything like that. And we honestly, as cigar smokers, we don't know what individual leaves taste like. Unless you get like a Puro cigar that has everything made with the same leaf, then you'll actually know what that tastes like.
right.
But there's
You're not going to like it.
Yeah, you're probably not
Yeah.
going to like it.
You're not going to like it. It's about the
Right.
blend. Right.
You're right. You're absolutely right. It's about the blend, but if you want to be able to pick out those individual notes from those individual leaves, that are in that blend, if you don't have a point of reference, you have no freaking clue what's giving you that experience on your palate that you really enjoy, you know? You just know, okay, this has Ometepe and Nicaraguan and Jalapa in it. Okay, great. Which one of those is actually giving me that taste that I really like? Or is it the blend? I don't know. So I think, it's very important for, just average everyday cigar smokers, if you ever have an opportunity to do a Fuma or something like that, do it so you can actually learn and kind of train yourself on, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I like. But I mean, that's a total side tangent, but I thought it was something fascinating.
No, you're absolutely correct. And in reality, the different leaves from the different parts of the plant have different characteristics. So some leaves are for the burn. That's why the leaves are blended from the different parts of the plant. Some are for aroma and taste, and more like Ligero on the top for strength. Gives you your strength and flavor as well. So yeah, and individual leaves, if you put like all Seiko together or something like that, it's not going to taste very good. So that's why they're blended together, right? But it's hard, and I don't, like I said, I can't tell you that it has molasses and this. But I do know something about smoking them and knowing what I like about it. If there's something I don't like about it. So
yeah. So we're on the same page as that. Just like, I can tell you if I like a cigar, I can tell you if I don't like a cigar. But everything in between, it's subjective, and I won't be able to pull out any taste for you or any flavors for you. But I can tell you about the experience that I'm having with it.
Right. And some people are going to take the same cigar and give you different notes on it. So subjective is the key word there.
Yeah, for sure.
Subjective.
Yeah,
it's all subjective.
Yeah. So, and I love listening to it, because then I hear someone like Zach, breaking down flavors, and now I can smoke it maybe tomorrow, let's say, and see if I can pull out some of those flavors, and maybe that'll help me. Like I said, this is a learning process for me, and just continue to learn, as you guys.
Yeah, and those flavors that I describe, you may attach different words to them. So it's kind of it's hard to share the experience without like, kind of just going off of your own experience.
Right.
And I've done a couple of Fuma things. Andy and I went to a cigar event where they did components for a cigar that they were selling. And I've done it was actually an undercrown tasting kit that had each three of the components separately in a small Fuma. And I can tell you that I wish I had smoked them all together, because individually they weren't very good.
Right. But that wasn't designed for, you know what I mean? And that's a good idea. Like Gibbs said, it's a good opportunity for someone who loves cigars to do just that. And, getting to understand the flavors, and then you can maybe appreciate the cigar even more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Zach's that guy. Have you ever seen Hell's Kitchen?
No, I haven't. Oh, is it the one with
Ramsey?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Oh, on that show, they have blind tastings, right? Because he's like, you're a chef, you should be able to point out things just by taste. So he blindfolds them and makes them taste stuff. Now, I'm the guy on there every time that gets every single one wrong.
It all tastes
Zach
like chicken.
is the guy.
And he yells at you.
You're like, what the hell is your problem?
Right.
Zach is that guy. It's like, oh yeah, that's pork. Oh yeah, that's watermelon. Oh yeah. And I'm like, what the hell?
Does this all taste like chicken?
Right.
Yeah, why does this all taste like chicken? Even the mayonnaise tastes like chicken.
Only flavor I know is Haagen-Dazs caramel cone ice cream, which is it's got a little caramel cone ice cream in there. I'm seeing.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
It's hard to go wrong.
Okay, yeah. If you put ice cream in the mix, I might be able to pull out some stuff on that one, because I do take some ice cream, man. But how are we doing on this? Let's do a check-in real quick. Grim's out.
I got about what you got left.
Okay. Do we want to review them or do we want to keep smoking for a little bit?
Keep
Do you-
smoking, but that's just me.
I can still smoke for a little bit.
Yeah, I went through a
It's-
Gordo pretty quick. I'm down to like
You did?
Yeah,
I'm impressed. You're smoking like me, man.
yeah. It's a little too fast, but it's okay.
But that's okay. That's something I've had to learn. I mean, yes, I do preach the gospel of, you need to take time with it. These are art. And to appreciate the person's art who made it, you need to take your time with it. You need to slow down and taste all the nuances of it and everything. I'm also the guy that's like, man, I'm enjoying it. I don't care how fast I smoke the damn thing. If I want to get another one, I'll go get another one.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
also
grab.
put yours down.
I'm gonna grab one more of these from the newer one that's sweet before I go to bed and probably smoke half of it tonight. Just to compare. It's interesting. That's the fun stuff about this. Have
Man.
fun with it. Have
Yeah.
fun. The whole thing is about the camaraderie. It's about the fun. So
Mhm.
Absolutely.
100% agreement there. And that's why we try to tell our audience, it's like, when you're getting into smoking, get into it with a buddy, talk
Yeah.
about it, have conversations about it, talk bullshit, whatever. It's one of those things that can bring you together and gives you a reason to just sit down, slow down, and talk.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
yeah,
a lot
in
of
this
fun.
world right now, we need to. I mean, I
Mhm.
cherish that. And my older son took, he's coming to learn my business stuff, and he took 2 cigars with him, and I look forward to smoking one with him. Let him take the 2 and get started, and then we'll sit down and have a cigar in the next couple days. And you could be the one that introduces somebody cigars, and it's good to have some education about it, so you can answer questions about it.
Drag your friends along,
Absolutely.
kicking and screaming.
I don't know if there was too much kicking and screaming with me, buddy.
No, there was not. Oh, you want to smoke a cigar? Yeah.
Yes,
let's
I
do
want to
this.
smoke a cigar. Are you
You
free
wanna
on
do it now?
Friday?
Yeah,
Do we do it now? Yeah, meet me in the parking lot.
let's go. Let's do this. That's honestly what we did. We went out in the parking lot after work and just smoked. People come out and look at us like, "What the hell are you doing? Like smoking a cigar?"
You got the
You want
little Walmart fold-up chair, and make
I was
it
driving a
comfortable.
pickup, man. We just popped the tailgate
Yeah, we
down.
popped
Set up
the
tailgate.
I like it.
Tailgate, yeah.
Yeah.
My kind of
So
people.
they were tailgate. Then eventually, Grim will come out and be like, "Hey, you got another one of them?" We're like, "Yes, sir."
Always carry more.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
yeah,
the thing. Share. Always share.
Sure.
it's not
You gotta-
often I end up giving away the cigar, but whenever I go someplace that I'm going to be in public, that's not a cigar shop, like a brewery or something like that. I always take a what I call a guest cigar.
Uh-huh.
In case that someone goes, "Oh man, you can smoke cigars here." I'm like, "Yeah, do you want one?"
Yeah.
And then you
Yes,
got a friend
yes, I do.
immediately. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
you
had
do.
someone, I was on a trip once outside the hotel smoking, and the guy came up to me. I was out of the country. And he said, "Oh, that smells so good." And I didn't bring my cigars with me. "Do you have another one I could buy from you?" And I'm like, "No, I have another one I can give you." And give him a cigar. Everything comes back tenfold in this life. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And it's amazing that, to be that generous with it and to see their face when they're just like, "Really? You're just going to give me a cigar?"
Every time.
Is great. It's a great feeling every single time.
Oh yeah. I was out fishing last summer nearby where I live, and I was not doing well that day fishing. I think I got one bite, and but I'm smoking a cigar, enjoying the day because it was beautiful out. And this guy comes over, he's fishing a little bit, and he lights up a cigar. I'm like, "What you got over there?" He's like, "I'm smoking blah blah blah. You want one?" And I'm like, "I could smoke another cigar." And so we shared a cigar and had a good time.
Yeah. There's something about it. It's just it's a great experience.
it's a camaraderie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
This is a culture. It's more than
Yeah.
just an item. I don't think people talk about board and milk, for instance, that and have communities that just talk about a product like cigars.
Yeah.
It makes it
Yeah.
very unique.
Yeah. Yeah.
The closest
it-
thing that I've experienced is motorcycles, but even then there's like some pretty specific niches in the motorcycling community where they're like, oh, you don't ride blah blah blah. I don't want to talk to you. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
fine.
like Harleys and Triumph and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's mostly the Harley guys. They're really like the Harley lifestyle.
Hardcore, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like Harleys, but I ride a Triumph, so
There you go.
yeah.
So, but it's so weird that whenever you're smoking a cigar, especially like in a lounge or with somebody, everything else fades away. Your politics fades away. All your other
Absolutely.
stuff fades away. You're able to talk on a normal level and not get mad at each other. Even if you're talking about the stuff you're opposite on, it tends to mellow you out
Yeah.
a little bit to where it softens it up to where you can have a conversation with somebody about something.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing, but it's also the most coolest thing when it happens.
And that's,
Yeah,
you never know who you're sitting next to. You know what I mean?
Right.
People seem to get along very well.
Yeah. Well, and it seems like the average person who goes to a lounge comes with a certain set of manners, knowing that there might be some differing opinions, and is open to having a conversation about stuff. It's just cool place to be.
Cigar etiquette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cigar etiquette.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, it opens your mind to other things. Like, you get filled in on stuff that you may not have known. And you're able to do that in a nice, calm environment versus, yelling at each other on social media for it.
Yeah.
So it's, like I said, it's mind blowing when it happens. It's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, the only time I see cigar etiquette go out the window is when the lounge has sports ball on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Final
was- that
Four
was an
sports
exception
ball
right
and,
there.
and college, and usually like college football. Yeah, lounge
people
etiquette
look
may go
pretty
out the
passionate.
window.
Yeah. I kind of like the mellow atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Same.
Yeah, same.
Relaxing, nice, soft music in the background, and just good conversation. Not too loud, and just a good, comfortable atmosphere.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I dig that too.
It's the main reason I would go to a lounge is to have a nice conversation with someone I may not know, or maybe someone I do know, but it's a special place. I feel like maybe the lounges are on a comeback. Felt like during pandemic and the aftermath of that, people weren't going out there, and they are again to an extent, and there's more people when I go, and more people to talk to, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I think it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
As a pilot, Hyman, where's your favorite place to fly, and particular, that being your favorite place to fly to, and hotel overnight, or whatever your stay is. What's your favorite lounge in that area?
Well, my favorite place is home to fly to.
Well, yeah,
That's fair.
fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Dang it.
But listen, I've been some amazing places in the Caribbean, Latin America. Right now, for me, if I would love to get trips to like Dominican Republic or Nicaragua. When I was doing charter, I flew to my father family, and I got to tell you, they are just amazing, incredibly humble people. I've flown Padron and his people a bunch of times down to Mexico. Also great people, amazing what they do. But that's where I would love to be going right now because of my love for cigars. But I've been so many great places. But in hindsight, when I eventually retire from aviation, I look back on what I loved about my career, it's not going to be the locations because I've been to the best places ever. It's definitely going to be the people that I got to meet and get to know in the industry. And that's the same type of thing like with the cigar community, the other pilots and people and working in the aviation industry. But that's going to be the best part. And, I've been just about everywhere, not so much Europe, but Latin America, Canada, all throughout the U.S. Lounges are great. Like I go to Vegas a lot, and there's a little place called Las Vegas Cigar Factory, and they have a little factory in Dominican Republic. They're like $7-8 sticks in that place, and they're good. But the place is kind of like a dump. But the people in there are so nice. It's a bunch of older Italian guys in there. And I'm comfortable there. And they know me by name. Hey, Jaime, good to see you back again. Grab a seat. You want some meatballs? I'm not kidding you. They're always like something like the crock pot. It's just terrific people. And those
awesome.
are the best lounges to me. Rather than being in a Davidoff lounge with fancy schmancy, this little dive is way better my speed, where people just hang out, relax, put your feet up, grab cigars, have good conversation. So,
Nice.
sometimes those little lounges like that can be way better than something real fancy that has, $8 million worth of chandeliers in there.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't
And I
know. I
look
at
can't
that.
afford those places.
yeah, I don't either. It's not my kind of thing. Listen, I fly, billionaires around all the time. So I'm used to really fancy things, but it's just not my thing. I just like the regular guy type of atmosphere.
Yeah.
We
Well, so
mentioned money.
speaking of like,
Grim's gone.
oh, go ahead, Andy.
No, I said we mentioned money. Grim left. He's like, I can't roll with billionaires.
He's like, I'm
Oh, he
done.
came back.
Let's go with this shit.
What's wrong with you, Andy?
Love you, buddy.
So, speaking of like little places, have you ever been to New Orleans Cigar Factory?
Yes, and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
was just
same.
because
Love
I'm in a cigar factory. I was like, forget about it. I mean, it's like
And their
amazing.
stuff's
And
good.
there were, very good cigars. And listen, you never know where you're going to find great little cigar factories. I found one in a little town in New Jersey, and they made only his own cigars, which I like. I like that. So now I go places. I used to just search on Google like cigar lounge near me, but first I put in cigar factory near me now.
Nice.
You never know, like
there you go. I like that.
in Denver, where you least expect it, there was a little cigar factory in downtown there, and they had great cigars. I love seeing that. You know what I mean? Yes, that's a competitor or whatever. That doesn't matter. Nobody smokes one brand. You know what I mean? And yeah, New Orleans Cigar Factory, that is out of sight, man. Really great.
I love that place. And speaking of Denver, we just found out the other day that there's a Colorado leaf that we had never even heard of before.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought that was really freaking cool. So you explore wherever you're at, and find places like that, and it's an amazing experience.
Right.
I'm
And
I'm changing
you
my
never
search.
know. Yeah, I did.
I know,
That's
right?
exactly what I did.
Change the search.
And you're going to go see a factory, and usually, the owner is quite happy to talk with you about what they're doing. You know what I mean? Again, I'm going back to education is everything. For
Yeah.
a guy who did not like to go to high school at all, this is stuff I like to learn about. I'm a great student when it's something I'm interested in. If I'm not,
Preach.
forget it.
Same. Absolutely.
That's how I ended up in the
Well,
IT world.
Same. So I'm getting to the sad part of my cigar.
Me too.
Same.
We'll go ahead and review it.
Before it gives.
So it's been a consistent smoke throughout the entire thing. It stayed medium. It got a little bit more medium towards the end than light. So I'd say this is definitely a full medium cigar. I've liked the taste throughout the entire thing. I've had to touch it up a couple of times. It has gotten a little worse toward the end as far as touch-ups, but still not horrible, and it's not detracting from the experience. But with the experience, with you, with everything, I'm probably going to give this one a 4.75 out of 5.
Nice. Like it.
And I'm enjoying it. If I find one, I'm going to grab it. As it is a solid smoke, I am extremely excited to try out a couple of more of these that you were generously, sent to us. So I'm on board. I want to explore more.
Kindly ask that you communicate with me when you smoke the others. I really want to know what you think.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll let you know
we'll do
every
that.
single one.
Yeah, the Habano got a 93 rating from Stogie Press, Boston Jimmy.
Nice.
We
Wow.
loved it. And the Shipwreck got a 92 from him. So he did review those two cigars, which is fabulous. And I just anxious to hear what you think when you smoke the rest of them.
Yeah, I will keep you in the loop. I got your number.
I appreciate that.
How about you, Andy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pretty much mirror what you said, Gibbs. It's been a consistent. Once it hit medium, it stayed medium, and it's been delicious. I had to touch mine up, I think, once when I lit it, and I just had to touch it up a touch. Not enough to do any, real work to it by any means. And I think that's kind of the love of the box press. I always find that box presses tend to burn a lot more evenly than the rounds, because the word totally just left my mind.
Orejo.
Thank you.
Orejo.
That's the whiskey.
Cheers.
Well, all right, but I still get a little bit of that. I'm gonna use Zach's words here. The white pepper on the retro. It's been all all in all an enjoyable smoke, and I'm with Gibbs. I'm gonna give it a 4 3/4.
Thank you. Love it.
How about you, Grim?
Shit, I stopped smoking like half an hour ago. I don't remember. No, construction was awesome. It burned evenly the entire time. It was very well constructed. The flavors stay consistent. I still want peanut butter. I am not allergic to peanuts, so I will enjoy it. The smoke was great for the retrohale. I don't really have a downside to the cigar. Like, it's a really good cigar. So I'm gonna do 4.5, and the only reason is because I'm a little biased. I like full body cigars more.
Okay. Gotcha.
Whereas I really enjoyed this cigar, like if it's that in a full body, I'd be like full body first, and then so. But it was a really good experience, man. It's a very good cigar.
Good. Glad you enjoyed. Thank you for that. Zach, you're up.
Yeah, looks like it. So, stayed at about a medium for me, in a really good sweet spot. Very approachable. Again, I would have no problem recommending this or giving one to a buddy who didn't smoke cigars very often, without fear that they were going to get overpowered by it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really flavorful. So, it's at a really good point. I think, and I'm guessing this is part of your core line. I think that's a solid core line cigar. I've had limited edition cigars that are not this good, and things that are supposed to be special that aren't that special. This is a really good cigar. Definitely, I would say, worth your time, to use the words of a friend of ours. And the only tasting note that I got towards the last third that I didn't get before was a little bit of like cocoa. Just a little bit, in a real pleasant way that complemented the other flavors. And the retro is just awesome. This has got a great retrohale on it. If you were trying to figure out how to do a retrohale, this would be a good cigar to do it, because it's not going to burn out your sinuses.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
Because the first couple that I tried that on, when I first learned about retrohaling, I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Uh-huh.
But this one's good. Yeah, it burns really bad. I'm gonna give it also a 4.75. I think this is this excellent cigar.
Thanks.
Super good.
Great. Well, I'm very happy. Nothing better than when people enjoy what you put out there.
Well, I do enjoy it. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. That matters. It really does.
We're glad we could help. I do have one more question for you.
Sure.
So you reached out to us and asked about the podcast and everything. What made you choose us to want to be on the Leaf Cutter?
I just saw some of your video. And I liked the way you guys. I felt like I could get along with you guys very well. You kind of know when people are your kind of people. You know what I mean? And obviously that's the case after talking to all of you. We're all on the same page. You know what I mean? And I'm about regular people. I'm not anything special because I'm a captain on a jet airplane. I'm a regular guy. And I get
it is a
along
pretty
with
cool
regular
job, though, as far as jobs go. That's a pretty cool job.
It definitely is, and it definitely has a lot of responsibility. But again, I treat a guy who's, cleaning the bathroom the same as any other person in the world. It's not, nobody's any different than anybody else. You know what I mean? Everybody has their challenges. It's not, nobody's better than anybody else. So
In light of that, I want to say thank you for reaching
Yeah,
out.
really.
and
Thank
letting
you.
us know, 'cause,
Yes, thank you.
man, that was an experience. I really enjoyed it. But go ahead and take this time, take the floor. Let us know what's going on with Grouchy Monkeys. Just say in a couple of, like 3 months from now, what's going on with you? Are you going to have events? What's happening?
yeah, so Grouchy Monkey's looking to do whatever events we can in the future. We just finished the Miami Cigar Show, which was a great success for us. Doing podcasts wherever we can to get the name out there, trying to build the brand, trying to get the cigars out there to people. We're not in a lot of lounges right now. Cigars are available at grouchymonkeycigars.com online. We ship very quick. I take care of customers. I always send extras in and little things, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm trying to build this business for 10 years from now. We're working on the next release is, I talked about the Coca-Cola cigar. It's called Cocomono. And it's actually long filler. It's a great cigar. It's made with real cocoa down in Esteli. And I'm hoping everybody enjoys it. I've smoked enough of them to know it's a good cigar. And, just keep making great cigars. That's what we want to do.
That's all you can ask for.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say, on that note, good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining in.